All right, traders. Today is October 2nd, 2024. This is the BYOB Market Wrap Up. Let's take a look at some charts today. First chart we'll look at SPY on the 10-minute chart. And we'll clean it up a little bit. All right, SPY just kind of waffling around all day. You can see nothing but up on VWAP, under VWAP, over VWAP. No, that's yesterday. Over VWAP, under VWAP, over VWAP. A little bit under VWAP, over VWAP. Never got going. Trend day never triggered for me because we never made a higher high. Okay, got to have that higher high happening or recently in order for that to work, and just didn't have that going on for the trend day setup. Everything qualified. I mean, we were up over VWAP between 11 and noon, but this is one of those days. It's just not going to work out because, you haven't made a higher high yet. There's no reason for bulls to step in and keep pushing it up. All right, so there's the 10-minute. 10-minute, just consolidating, really. Just the flat line right into the close. You can see the 3 and the 8 are almost at the same number here. Okay, price action. I'm going to give it to the bulls. There's a little bit of a space right there, a couple minutes before close. All right, so really flat, but I'll give it to bulls as an uptrend on the 2-hour. Pretty sure we got ourselves a downtrend. Let's take a look here on the 2-hour. Yet 2-hour is, boy, that's messy, isn't it? 2-hour right here is still in a downtrend. There's still some space. 3 EMA is underneath the white 8 EMA there. So still a 2-hour downtrend, 10-minute uptrend. Daily chart. Daily chart, we're still in an uptrend, but we're not in the trap. We're under the trap, and we're actually under. All right, we're under the trap, but we're above the 17 EMA right there. Okay, so above the 17, but underneath the trap. Still got a little air in there in the trap. Okay, so still kind of bullish, quasi-bullish. A lot of consolidation happening here. Just moving over to the right. All right, so there's SPY. All right, we're making higher lows and higher highs. It's still in an uptrend. It's allowed to have a pullback if it's in an uptrend. Okay, would it be nice to see it pull back to maybe minor support and then have a rocket ride off of there. All right, so there's price action for SPY on the daily chart. All right, we're still up over prior all-time anchored VWAP, another prior high anchored VWAP. Okay, this is the high, all-time high right there. We're underneath that, just kind of melting if you ask me, but still bullish because we're up over those anchored VWAPs up there, and we haven't made a lower low, and we're still consolidating. If take these out of the way, okay, we still have a gap down here that needs to be filled. Okay, I'll block that out right through here. Okay, there's a gap from when this day closed and when this day popped up, and you can see we came down to the top of that right there. So there's still an open gap. So we came down here close to the open gap, and then didn't even quite tag it, and then just ripped back to the upside right there on that one earlier today in today's price action. So we have an open gap. We have a high anchored VWAP right there, moving up at the same time. It could be a target tomorrow or Wednesday or whenever, or Thursday or Friday. I meant Thursday or Friday. All right, so you got price action for SPY, still bullish. All right, we haven't made any lower lows. All right, so SPY still bullish right there. Let's take a look at QQQ. Just a lower high and a lower, I don't even know if we got a lower low closing underneath the bullish trap right there. QQQ. I'm going to go out on a limb and say QQQ probably doing the same thing. All right, QQQ got an inside day. Okay, lower high, higher low, closing again underneath the bearish cross. See the 3 crossing over the 8, under the cross but over the 17, but up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. Making higher lows and higher highs, still bullish. All right, still bullish, just melting. All right, there's QQQ. Let's take a look at FNGU. Okay, FNGU, same deal. Inside day, lower high, lower low, closing under a bearish trap and underneath the 17 EMA and closing above the all-time high anchored VWAP right there. Okay, so FNGU still bullish, making higher highs, making higher lows, still waiting on the bulls to make the next higher high. We'll see what they want to do. All right, IWM making higher highs and higher lows and higher highs up over the 2024 high anchored VWAP. That is bullish. Problem is, look at all these red days just melting right here. Price action for IWM today, lower high, lower low, closing underneath the bearish trap and just underneath the 17 EMA. Okay, things not looking good, but it's typical melt back right there before they rip it to the upside. If they do, not saying that they will, but just to look at this, a slow melt up here. Okay, so there's daily still bullish. Okay, we haven't made lower lows. All right, so there's IWM. Let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Okay, Diamond Dow, that's a new all-time high for Diamond Dow right there. All right, you can see that's 3 days ago, 4 days ago. Price action made a new all-time high. I think that's Friday. Making higher lows and higher highs. Price action. Ooh, look at these tails down there. That looks interesting. Diamond Dow wants to go higher. Look at the consolidation, just leaning on that overhead resistance. Okay, price action for Diamond Dow, lower high, lower low. No. Inside day, lower high, higher low, closing inside over a bullish trap, over the 17 EMA. Still bullish there on Diamond Dow. Let's take a look at our technicals, T2122. We spent the day in the buyer's chop zone, just chopping back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's it. Nothing pretty to say other than we held the 50-yard line there on T2122. Yesterday, T2123 made new all-time highs, and we did it again today. Okay, new all-time highs on T2123. Okay, so more and more stocks making 4-week new highs. All right, T2123 new high. Nothing, a lot of chop. Looks like there's some static or some turbulence up here. Can you see? Looking like green, red, green, red, green, red. Looking almost like a top up here for T2123 with all this turbulence right there. But nonetheless, not filling the bullish gaps. That's bullish. Moving up and holding the higher ground. That's bullish. Up over a rising 200 SMA. That's bullish. Everything's still looking bullish here on T2123. All right, 3-bar chart. It's going to be the same thing. 3 more green candle bars. You can see the 17 is now catching up with the price action. All right, 200 SMA climbing up into what was 2 prior all-time highs. This would be the window right inside here. I'll put a little box in there and see if I can find my box right in there. Okay. That's those are prior all-time highs. 200 SMA climbing up into there. That's what I wanted to see, and it's doing it. It's doing it nice too. T2123. All right, let's go look at FNGU. All right, this is our disappointment. All right. Okay, so we're consolidating under prior consolidation. Not Not what I wanted to see. All right, almost looking like left shoulder, head, right shoulder. All right, but I do see a little bit of sunlight here. Okay, see, I see some moving up, pull back, moving up. Look like some accumulation happening there on FNGU. Okay, so a little bit of selling, buying, more buying, rest, more buying, rest, more buying, and a little bit of rest. All right. Noticing at the end of the day, all right, and this is something important to watch. Are the bulls coming in and buying it up at the end of the day? Okay, it didn't happen today. All right, it didn't happen. Oh gosh, Thursday or Friday. All right. It's been a few days. The bulls have not been coming in at the end of the day and buying the price up. Okay, could be that they're now interested in selling off. I don't know. All right, but I'm not where I look at the end of the day and see if the price rallies into the close. Hasn't been doing that. Even on these dips, okay, we have a pullback. Excellent opportunity for price to rally into the close. It's not doing it. Just not doing it. Not to say that they're not accumulating it at the lows in the middle of the day. That's a possibility. But they're just not buying it up at the end of the day. All right? So if you see a tail on the day, let's go take a look. All right? There's a possibility. Okay, so you got a tail. Instead of having a rally at the end of the day, they could be just buying it up in the middle of the day. All right, it's SPY. Okay, notice buying it up, probably buying it up in the middle. They see these tails at the bottom. All right, so there's still some buying going on. All right, just not in the ones we're looking for, but I did see FNGU. Yeah, not much buying going on. Well, that's a nice rally into there. I mean, picture it came all the way down. Somebody had to buy that all the way back up there. So that's a good sign right there. Closing over yesterday's close, that's a good sign. All right. Just don't like the consolidation under prior consolidation. Mel says on the daily chart, SPY shows SMA 5 about to cross down the next week. SMA 5 to cross down the so by next bottom out. I don't know. I can't understand what she's saying there. But anyways, she'll explain it to me later on. All right. And we'll cover it in tomorrow morning's video or something. All right, so there's FNGU. Let's take a look at a few sectors. All right, start off with silver. All right, silver, a little bullish yesterday, even though it's a red candle. A little more bullish again today. Higher low, higher high. Closing over the bullish trap over the rising 17. Okay, still bullish there on silver. Okay, not making a new all-time high yet, but coming darn close. All right. Silver attacking the highs. It's a 3-year high over here. And you can see we're right up on top of it. See it? There's just a little nub of price action over. All right, so there's silver. Let's take a look at gold. All right, try one more time. Gold, price action for gold is a lower high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA, all right? Still bullish on gold, all right? Silver, still bullish. USO had a nice day yesterday. A little bit of follow through, little bit, all right? Higher low, higher high, closing over bullish trap over the 17 EMA. And USO starts an uptrend as of this morning. Okay, USO now in an uptrend, no longer in a downtrend. Why? Made a higher low and a higher high right there. UNG also in an uptrend, makes a higher low and a higher high. closing over a bullish trap over rising 17 EMA. USO in an uptrend. SLV in an uptrend. GLD, gold, in an uptrend. Nat gas in an uptrend. Okay, still got a lot of uptrends going on. All right, so let's take a look at SMH. SMH, an inside day up over the all-time high anchored VWAP, making higher lows and higher highs. Hasn't made a lower low yet, so still in an uptrend, just not moving up. All right, there's SMH. XLK, okay, making higher lows and higher highs, still in an uptrend over the all-time high anchored VWAP, just not moving up, taking a rest, having a little breather here. Okay, technology and semiconductors still in uptrends, still bullish over the all-time high anchored VWAP, just not moving up. All right, let's take a look at XRT. So retail sectors not making any higher highs yet, but making higher lows. So we're still stuck in the downtrend till we start making higher highs. Good news, we're moving up and holding the higher ground. Okay, that's the good news. Okay, the bad news is we've got the 3 crossing underneath the 8 and price is now underneath the 17. Okay, so that's the bad news. But still moving up and holding the upper half. All right, so if we put the quad lines on this, let's look at it. We like it to stay in the upper third. Yeah, we're not. Okay, see how we fell out of the upper third? This is the upper quarter. This would be the upper third. Yeah, we're down here near the halfway point, okay? We like it back up there. See how it came down and the bulls rallied it back up. All right, see how they pushed it up, couldn't make a higher high. Now they're coming down to test the low. All right, so that's a retail sector. Let's take a look at XLI. XLI putting in an inside day after made a new all-time high yesterday. All right. Lower high, lower low, closing over bullish trap over the rising 17 EMA. XLI still in an uptrend, making higher lows and higher highs. XLF still consolidating here. All right, has made a higher low, just hasn't made any higher highs recently. About 30 days ago, let's say this. Yeah, that was our all-time high for XLF. Probably the 1st of September. Yeah, 3rd of September. 1 month ago, we made all-time high for XLF. The good news is we're moving up and we're holding the higher ground. Okay, that's the good news. And we're consolidating here. We haven't made any lower lows yet, so that's good. We are making some lower highs, but no lower lows. So everything's still working. Still bullish on XLF, XLI, XLK, SMH. One more left to take out. Take a look at IYT. Here's the transports. I don't like that candle. Yeah, that's not the right candle. Okay, so let's put this right here. That's the real bottom right there. So the real bottom stops right here, okay? But nonetheless, still a lower high and a lower low, closing underneath a bearish trap and underneath the 17 EMA. Okay, all of this, half of that red candle does not exist. All right, but we have been making higher lows and higher highs. Okay, so transport's still bullish, just not moving up. All right, a lot of stuff bullish, but just not moving up. All right, so there's IYT. All right, traders, that's it for today. I'll see you all on tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. All right, rough day today. Couldn't really get anything going. The only thing going was the first fall out of bed this morning for SPY. All right, on the 10-minute chart, or we'll just look at it on the 5. All right, this was the one to take right down there, right into the open gap right there. After that, you could have played, you saw the bullish engulfing, you could have played the uptrend back up to the top up here. All right, slam down there, biggest candle at the end, and you can see the bullish engulfing. It'll play that back up to the highs. After that, it was nothing but consolidation. He bought some HE. Robert got some HE. Let's take a look at HE. Hawaiian Electric. Let's take a look on the daily. He did a little bottom picking on that one. I don't see anything bullish on it. Any reason you bought it? On the base, maybe on support. It's on support. That's why he bought it, because it's on support. Because I know him, he does not do the bottom picking thing. So he got some HE on support here. He sees a possible head and shoulders right there. And a trip back up to probably 15. Nice. Settled some litigation, raised about $500,000, $500 million. Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, he got the scoop on HE, so he's looking for the bounce to come happen. That's awesome. All right. I like that, Robert. Hope that works out for us. All right. So that's it, traders, until tomorrow. All right. Everybody have a beautiful evening. All right. Let's try to get something going on tomorrow. Sorry, the trend day didn't work out today, but I told you ahead of time that trend day is not going to work out because we didn't make a higher high recently. Yep. Thanks, Greg. Thanks. Have a great night. Robert, Judy. Brad, T, Mel, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow at 8 o'clock in the morning. We're going to do it again.